Well, here I am once again with Dr. Dennis Buckley at the Health Advantage in Pasadena, California. And once again, I want to thank you for the time you're taking and today, and welcome.
Thank you, Paul. Great to be here.
Yeah. Today, we quickly want to run through implementing the Take Shape for Life program into your practice. And primarily, this is going out to chiropractors, health professionals in general. If you have an active practice, this is going to be helpful for setting up the program for your practice and in your office. The first thing, of course, that we want to point to is understanding the program. And in your kit, you will have received a quick start guide. And of course, we hope that most of you have been, at least put yourself on the program so that you've experienced the program like yourself, right?
Very important that you actually be on the program and go through it yourself so that you come from a place of knowing as opposed to knowing about.
Absolutely. So we say read the quick start guide, know what's in it, so that you can absolutely share that with others. And especially we want you to share it with staff and encourage the staff, including your doctors, to enroll in the program. There is nothing better than creating walking billboards in your office. Very, very important. Of course, the core of our program here is the 5-in-1 program. What does that mean? Well, it means we're going to get you to eat 6 times a day. Okay? Why? Because it's an important thing here is not to get hungry. And one of the remarkable things about this program is that people don't get hungry, right? We've seen it time and time again.
Well, yeah, it's very important not to get hungry because that's one of the logistical and psychological barriers to people not continuing with a proper dietary program. Plus also that you want to do every 3 hours because you want to keep your blood sugars at a constant level because then your body burns fat more efficiently and raises your metabolism.
Yeah, exactly. So what does that consist of? It consists of 5 MetaFast meals every day, every 2.5 to 3 hours, plus 1 lean and green, which is basically a 6 to 8 ounce portion of lean protein, fish, chicken, etc., and then 3 servings of low glycemic vegetables. The other thing is make sure you understand the program. What is really going on here. And as this chart indicates, what we're doing for the first portion of this program is dropping caloric intake down to about 850 to 1,100 calories a day. What does that do? Well, we are going to drop the calorie intake down below calorie burn, which means what's the function that's going to happen then?
Well, when you have more calories going in than calories going out, it's very simple math. You're going to get fat. You're going to gain weight. And so basically what you do is you want to reverse that. Less calories in, more calories going out, net loss, so you lose weight. Mm-hmm. Pretty simple math.
Yeah, and the thing is, as we alluded to earlier, is with most diets, what happens is people get hungry, they feel like they have to starve themselves, and that doesn't happen on this program, which is very, very critical. So phase 1, we're going to get you to a healthy BMI, ideally at 24 or less, depending on your physical makeup, and then transition you into regular food and a healthy eating patterns with good, healthy, quality food. And then phase 2, living the Be Slim philosophy for a long and healthy life. So another part of understanding the program, which is really the core and gets into a lot of the psychological elements and also some of the things that we advocate further down the road, which is exercise and things that you will deal with in your chiropractic care, nerve function, proper sleep habits, etc. All encompassed in the habits of health.
Right. An excellent book. Very sound, very easy to understand. And I think one of the keys with this part of it is when you're talking to your patients and you're asking them, about their goals, realizing that this is a lifestyle program. And one of the short-term really benefits is weight loss, is understanding where they're coming from. Do they really want a program that's going to last them their lifetime, or are they looking for a quick fix? Got to get their expectations. So one of the things, if they do really want a lifestyle change and they're in it for the long run, basically having them becoming familiar with Dr. A's Habits of Health is part of their homework. It's part of their curriculum.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and the more you advocate it, the more that people are going to use it. Now, watch the DVDs and play them in your reception room. You've got them in your kit. Most recently, now we have a tremendous before and after DVD, which is probably the best testimonial you could put in front of people, where they actually see actual clients, patients that have lost literally tremendous amounts of weight and put themselves back into a healthy lifestyle. So use those tools where appropriate, and reception room, waiting room is perfect for that. And then also on the business side of things, we have what's called the Blueprint for Success, and that's also part of your kit. And this will give you a step-by-step guide through the towards building a solid, dependable program for your practice. Additionally, you want to familiarize yourself with your websites. Now, Dr. Buckley, your website is performanceadvantage.com, right?
Right.
Okay. So you have 3 different websites, which are client-focused, health professional-focused, and business-focused. And I just want to point this out because a lot of people are unaware of it, but especially for the health professional, if you want to talk with another colleague or something, you simply use your domain name, which is, in your case, performanceadvantage.com/HP, and it gives them a whole new website that's focused on the health professional. So it's excellent. And then we have a business-focused site, too, which is /BIZ. So just to make you aware of that. So the next thing to do is schedule your first meeting, okay? Pick a date, 2 to 3 weeks out, and promote it. We like to suggest hanging flyers in the therapy rooms, the front desk, and reception areas. And you came up with a great idea.
Yeah, hang them in the bathroom. Hang them in the bathroom. Actually, put flyers where people can take.
Yeah. And
put it in the bathroom. You know, rarely you're going to have someone stand at the front desk and go, you know something, I'm really overweight and I really need to be on this program.
True.
But if you put it in a nice secluded area like the bathroom, they're more likely to grab it, keep it, and contact you privately about it.
Slowly fold it up and put it in their purse. Yes, and have copies available where it's convenient, and make them visible. So who will do the presentation? Well, whoever enrolled you is going to be responsible for that teaching process. And we say the first couple, depending on how familiarized you're with the program, you get support from your business coach, the person who enrolled you in the program. Most practices obviously will prefer to eventually do their own presentations. Also, your business coach is going to have all the tools to ensure that you have a successful meeting. And most meetings are done by a PowerPoint presentation similar to what you're seeing here right now. And they're very professional and very thorough.
If you're if you have trouble or really don't really want to do presentations, you don't think you come across well, one of the reasons that you can be very successful on this is one, if you are on the program, and all you got to do is tell your story. The simplest way to give a presentation is tell your own story and your journey, because that's what people want. They want to know what your journey was. They want to know what your story is, and can they do it also?
Yeah, you're exactly right. If you tell your story and play a DVD, you've really got a meeting. Yeah, everything's there. So in preparation for the meeting, make your office aware, the doctors, the nurses, the PAs, the NPs, the CAs, suggest they attend and encourage patients to sign up for the meeting at the front desk when they're checking out. And of course, we advocate bringing friends, bring as many people as they desire. And then one of the things that you want to do is rehearse dialogue for the therapy room. And this can be a matter of only, a few seconds of just suggesting it to a person and saying, hey, we're going to be doing a wellness seminar. I'd like to invite you. Something I'd like to advocate you to really strongly take a look at.
Yeah. There's 2 scenarios that really can make this more effective. One, especially if someone comes in and part of their long-term solution is getting to their ideal weight. Well, in the course of your treatment provided for them, let's say they're feeling great, feeling better, low back pain, or some type of crisis is resolved. This is where you can bring this up and say, well, how would you like to make sure that this doesn't come back? As we talked about before, one of your goals is you got to get your ideal weight. We're going to be having a meeting that's going to be talking about this is a perfect time for you because you can do this. The other thing is if someone's not getting results, and you know that their weight, their lifestyle is a huge influence on this. This is also when you can bring it up and say, listen, we're going to be battling, or you're going to have this battle unless you make some changes. Here's another opportunity for you. And also the thing is, I ask them to bring a friend or family member. The question is, who's going to be helping you on this journey?
Good question.
Especially if they're a husband and wife,
Absolutely.
Or even families. If one person in the family is on the program and everyone else is not on the program, it's very, very distracting.
Yeah. It's a lot easier pulling in tandem. That you're absolutely right. And then, like we say, that dialogue, literally 15 seconds, maybe a few.
It's really what it is. It's an invitation. Yeah. I'm inviting you.
Right. Exactly. Many patients are going to ask about the presentation if you display flyers, as we mentioned earlier. Identify them, and then an example here of the dialogue at the front desk would be something to the effect that I see the doctor has mentioned about our new program, Take Shape for Life. We're an expert in weight loss will explain to a group of my patients how to get on the road to optimal health. It's a new program for me, and I value your opinion. Please be my guest at our next meeting. And then we have a sign-up that's available here for the front desk. I see the doctor spoke to you about our new program, Take Shape for Life. I'm going to transfer your name to an attendee list, and then I'll be sure to call you a couple days prior to the meeting as a reminder. So it's great to get somebody on the list, but people need reminders.
Keep them excited about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good. You get busy.
Keep the follow-up going. Okay, and then in preparation for the meeting, let's say you want to have 20 guests there. Get 35 attendees on your list.
There is an attrition rate.
Yeah, it's the old 80-20 rule. Yeah. And then make sure you have room to accommodate your meeting. Obviously, that should go without mention. But 3 days prior, confirm the list, and the day of also confirm the list. Really, if you want to have people in those seats, you need to stay on the confirmation trail. And then also, in additional preparation for the meeting, each attendee will need this on their chair. That we're going to have a clipboard available that's going to have a client profile, and you'll have an example of that in your kit, a current order form, and a pen. And that's worked well every time we've done one here.
Yes.
Right?
Have it
available.
You kind of have to. If someone's actually coming to the meeting, they're pretty much serious. They've already made a commitment that they need to do something.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to strike where the fire's hot. And so basically you don't have to be searching for stuff for them to sign up. And as we've experienced, and we were fortunate, we had a little bit of a mishap because they had changed the order process on the computer. And as we were trying to sign someone up, we were struggling with it. Luckily, they still signed up. But you want to have it be seamless, smooth, because believe it or not, they'll judge your program and you on the seamlessness and the ease of accessing this program.
Yeah, absolutely.
More than that program itself.
Yeah, absolutely. So the takeaway there is just be prepared. Know your site, know what you've got. And the reason why we want to do a profile is we want to make sure that there are contraindications, etc., and that they're a good candidate for the program. Now, we say here 70% plus or minus the attendees usually sign up. We definitely agree with that. In fact, it's probably higher on the attendees that we've had here. So
the key is, let's say you have 20 people signed up and 5 only show up.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Those 5 will probably sign up.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have a 100% close rate. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. Coaching your new Take Shape for Life patients effectively. You enroll, here's a suggestion. Enroll a motivated staff member or someone that's affiliated with your office who would like to be a health coach to assist in coaching. Take Shape for Life will compensate your staff based on whatever formula you bring for that staff member. And then most doctors prefer to have a staff coach patients. Some doctors will handle 10 to 15 patients on their own. And I know, like yourself, you're probably too busy to do a lot of the coaching. So you can also work out a similar situation with your business coaches.
And also, it'd be very nice. It's motivation for a staff to have a bonus about how to get them more involved. But I think probably one of the key things is that staff member must either be on the Take Shape for Life program, exactly, or be a really good representative of what a healthy lifestyle looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Agreed. Now, there's also, we'll just cover this briefly, there's some Take Shape for Life consistency bonuses. Of course, we've got a CAT bonus, which is our fast start bonus, to get your practice up and running quickly and efficiently, and that's enrolling 5 patients in the first month. There's a $100 bonus there. And then there's rolling consistency bonuses that range from $250 to $1,000, and those are paid on a quarterly basis every third month by hitting certain volume amounts of what your patient orders are producing. And then after the meeting, simply what occurs there is simply processing the orders, answering questions of people that that they might have, and it's you simply do that on your own co-branded website. You put in your patient's order. While they're there, they see how it's done, and the next time they can amend their order as they see fit. So and at that point, it's pretty much time to go home.
Well, I have a question for you, Paul. I know we've done this, but I want to know what your experience is. One of the main questions people at the meetings ask is, or they allude to it, is like, well, what does the food, the Medifast food, taste like?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So I know in the past that we took and we made up some chocolate shakes.
Yes.
From the Medifast, showed them how to make it, stirred up, poured it in little cups, to give everybody a taste. Now happens to be one of my favorite is the chocolate shakes, which is very good. And I think I like to say that a lot of times when I've given people the chocolate shake and they've tasted it, they went, "That's pretty good."
Yeah, it seals the deal. I across the board, we have over 70 different meal varieties, and I got to tell you, I've tried all of them. Of course, I'm going to have my favorites, but I'm not going to disperse my personal philosophy of food choices onto somebody else. So I say, get the variety pack when you start off and just try it, and you'll find out what you like. One of the greatest new ones is these new smoothies that are out there, just phenomenal. But the food tastes great. Otherwise, look, we wouldn't have the success that we've been having. The food's got to taste great. So, almost time to go home. And then we're going to file the patient's client profile and order form in the file folder system, and you've got that in your kit, which is a great way to follow through with coaching your clients and patients. And if you don't have one, it's available for $4 in the shopping cart on the co-branded website. And at that point, it's congratulations, time to go home after a successful meeting. So
Start planning for the next one.
Now, some of you are probably going to have questions, and we advocate that you just give us a call or email us. That's either myself or my wife Christine, and she's the consummate health coach. She does it full time. You can catch us at trimfeast@gmail.com or give us a call here at our phone number, or those of you who know Dr. Buckley, give him a call at this number, and we're here to answer your questions. Okay, and that's. You have anything to add at this point?
Just that that in your this has to fit in with your philosophy about what you're doing with your patients, and in the grand scheme of things, if you look at the environments out there, over 30% of the population is obese and over 60% is overweight. So that's a target-rich environment, and they're looking for solutions. The weight loss business is a huge business, and not particularly, this is not a weight loss program. It's a lifestyle program that has a great benefit of weight loss, but that does what motivate people, and it can really fit in with your total philosophy about what you're trying to do for your patient. So this is a great way. It's turnkey. It's got a lot of support. It fits well with the chiropractic philosophy. In fact, as I remember, Paul, when you first showed me the PowerPoint that talked to me about this program, I thought it was a promotion for chiropractic care, because the philosophy of what it was trying to accomplish is so well integrated with chiropractic philosophy that it's a natural for chiropractic offices, and it doesn't really have to take away from what you do primarily, and it can really add to your value and your attractiveness to your patients and to future patients.
Yep, absolutely. And I honestly believe that, and this is not to offend any allopathic doctors out there, but I really do think chiropractors make the best health coaches because of their proactive wellness mindset.
I guess the really benefit of being a good health coach is someone who really wants to help other people.
That's exactly.
Whatever type of practitioner you are, or just someone who's gone through the program and has experienced the benefits. In fact, that's probably the most powerful health coach.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for listening, and hopefully you found this helpful. And until next time, so long. Thanks again, Dr. Buckley.
You're welcome.